When I was a kid, we mostly rented games, so I only owned 10 games ever. Number 10 is Narc. I saw the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and I saw them fighting Mr. Big as a big skull. I thought it looked so cool that I bought the Nintendo one, and was immediately disappointed in the horrible graphics and the horrible control. It's like you gotta press these crazy button combos to just simply duck and stuff. I remember I felt kind of like anxious about spending like, I think it was $39.99 on it, and just like realizing that it was like not a good game. But I did play it more and more, and I did kind of force myself to like it. There is fun to be had in it once you accept all of its faults. Like, it can be kind of a fun game, even though it's super short too. That was like another disappointing thing. I liked all the blood and guts and stuff. I like how you could blow things apart with the rocket launcher. It's just not that great, and it's definitely not worth the full price. It's definitely a rental game. You're under arrest. You're under arrest. You're under arrest. I think I ended up returning it for another game. Number 9 is Star Tropics. When I was making this list, I thought that Star Tropics would be higher up on my list, because I loved the game as a kid. I loved it. I loved the atmosphere, the music, the graphics. It was just pure quality. The control was a little rigid, but it was easy to adapt to. I played through most of the game. I wasn't able to beat it. I couldn't beat the alien spaceship at the end because it was a little too hard. I was so surprised when I was told in the game to take the real-life letter that came with the game and submerge it in water to uncover a secret code to use in the game. When I was encountering that for the first time without any prior knowledge of it, it was exciting. Like, it really was like invigorating to fucking dip that letter in the water. So it was like an experience. Star Tropics is like an amazing, magical game. I tried playing it recently though, for the first time in a long time, and I didn't have much fun with it. The control really is annoying, and I wasn't able to adapt to it this time. It's really repetitive. The caves kind of look all the same. You're doing the same shit in every cave, and it's hard, honestly. It's like a frustrating game. It doesn't refill your energy. It's kind of a mean game for what it is, but I still do have a soft spot for Star Tropics, and I bought the John Riggs Star Tropics air freshener that I haven't opened yet. I don't know what it smells like, but he says it smells super good. So I'm looking for the right moment and place to use my Star Tropics air freshener. Number 8 is Deja Vu. Number 8 is Deja Vu. It's not as awesome as Shadowgate and Uninvited, which were games that I loved, but Deja Vu was cool, and I got it for a bargain at Electronics Boutique. It was like $20 or something like that, and totally worth it. The music is great. I like those point-and-click games by Kimco Seika back in the day. I just really like the vibe of it. It's fun to go back to, even when you know what to do. It's just like a cool atmosphere. I don't know, I just like Deja Vu a lot. I like those first-person games from back in the day. I always like doing this. I was just like draining the wine out. Oh my god. I like the hard-boiled dick kind of atmosphere. To this day, Deja Vu songs pop in my head, and like, it's that good. Just an awesome soundtrack. It's so good. I love the cover. Number 7 is Battletoads. Battletoads is like one of the worst, hardest Nintendo games. It's one of the most mean and punishing and tormentuous? Is that a word? Tormentor? It's a tormentor of a game. It's just like brutal difficulty for what it is. Like, they look like they're Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It should be an easy game or something. I don't know, it has so many problems with it. I can't believe that I owned it, and I can't believe that I liked it. I could never beat it though. The furthest I could ever make it was like that thing where you're like riding the unicycle on the wall, and I could never control it right. But my brother beat it, which was pretty cool. It's one of those games that just like kicks your ass. And then you go back to it a day or so later, and it kicks your ass some more. And you just keep going back to it, so it's honestly like a perfect own game versus a rental game, because it really does require a commitment. It does require weeks and months of just like getting better at it slowly, knowing exactly what to do throughout the levels. One of the shitty aspects of Battletoads, I still think to this day, is that the first stage presents itself as a really fun brawler, like Double Dragon, where you're just like traversing the plane up and down. But from the second level, it immediately introduces you to the majority of the game being a side-scroller, where you're overcoming obstacles and getting your timing right and memorizing problems in the stage only through trial and error. And it's just brutal, it's just difficult, and it doesn't help that, unlike a game like Ninja Gaiden, that's like really tough, but has really strong control and play mechanics, unlike a game like that, Battletoads is really loose and sloppy control, and your character will slide and just like run a little too weird. You'll accidentally dash a lot. I don't know, it's hard to align stuff. Battletoads feels like a game that was like just barely put together for release. Like they just barely got that game working, and they're like, ship it, we barely got that game working. Number 6, like I told you, I was super into those Kimco Seika games, so number 6 is Uninvited. Uninvited is so awesome. To this day, I want to live in the Uninvited house. Like, if I was rich, I would recreate that exact mansion and furniture and everything exactly, because it's just such a pleasure to walk around in those rooms and find weird things and look outside and see those gray clouds and the ominous fields, and there's a labyrinth in the backyard. There's all this crazy shit. It's such an awesome house. There's ghosts walking around. Watch out. But it's just, I don't know, I think it's my favorite out of all of them. I might like Shadowgate more. No, I think I like Uninvited more. I think I probably like Uninvited, then Shadowgate, and then Deja Vu. I didn't own Shadowgate until like later in life, but so that's why it's not on this list. But Uninvited is so good. The cover is amazing. I saw this game close to the end of the Nintendo days. You know, I may have even had a Sega Genesis when I bought this game. It was like around that time, around that cusp, and I saw it at Kaiko's used video game exchange, and it was just so exciting to see it, because it was, you know, complete in the box and had just one of the best boxes I've ever seen. Just one of the fucking coolest box arts ever. And it was only like 15 or 20 bucks, because like I said, it was towards the end of the Nintendo days. This was like when everyone was kind of moving on to the 16-bit shit. So it was awesome to find it. I loved owning it. I loved playing it all the time. You know, you beat it, you just play it again because you're just in that little world, you know? It's just fun to be in. It's cool to explore. I love it. I love Uninvited. The music is top notch. Number 5, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. I got this for Christmas. My brother got Mega Man 3 on that same Christmas, and it was just one of the most magical Christmases ever because of those phenomenal games. Just like 2 of the best Nintendo games of all time. Experiencing those with the snow outside, it was so great. But nostalgia aside, it's still super fun. I played it recently and just had an absolute blast tearing through it. Check out my Konami Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games retrospective video for more of a thorough analysis of what makes the game great. But I love it. It's so fun. It was fun then, it's fun now. You get your money's worth because it's long, they have extra levels in it. I just love Turtles 2, the arcade game. I like it more than Turtles in Time, honestly. I'd rather play it. And it came with a Pizza Hut coupon, and I used that Pizza Hut coupon and I got a personal pan pizza, and it was delicious. And I didn't have to read a stupid book to get it. Number 4, this is a shared game. It's Super Mario 1 Duck Hunt. This is the very first Nintendo game I ever owned and played, and it came with the system, and since the system was shared with my brother, this is technically a shared game. I didn't buy this game. To this day, Super Mario 1 is just amazing. Everyone's used to seeing it, and everyone's used to referencing it, and there have been 100 Mario games that have evolved the formula. Or not really the formula, but the style. But Mario 1 is just in a class of its own because it's not about the graphics. It's purely about the play control, it's purely about the mechanics. It defines physics in a Nintendo game. Lots of games kind of emulated it for years, but no game ever really did it the same way. Just holding B to run and having the jumps be affected by how fast you're running just changes everything. It's so, like, subtle, the nuance of, like, where you are in your speed and how far your jump's gonna be. And the whole game is built so cleverly around that mechanic that it just excites me to this day. And it's funny that it was the very first Nintendo game, at least that Americans were really, like, super familiar with. Because, even the Mario games themselves kind of moved away from that super challenging level design, accommodating that specific mechanic.
Go to the Mario! Fuck!
Mario 2 was a little more about different characters. Well, the American Mario 2. The Japanese Mario 2 actually did do exactly the physics thing, you know, make challenging levels based around the physics, but Mario 3 did, and Mario 3 was more about just kind of like fucking around in fun cartoon world. And since Mario 3, that's kind of what the games became based on. Less about challenge around the physics, and more about the physics being kind of like secondary to the novelties of the game. I love Mario 1. Mario 1 is so awesome. Mario 1 is Mario fun. Let's not forget Duck Hunt. It was awesome to have 2 games on one cartridge and to have that zapper. We spent a lot of time with Duck Hunt. It was the Wii of the time. You know, you play some clay shooting, you play some duck hunting. It was just fun. I loved the click of the zapper. Number 3 is another shared game. I think it's the only other shared game that we had, but we were both given Tetris as a Christmas gift or something. I love Tetris to this day. It's life. Tetris is life. You're given pieces, and you either fuck up the pieces, or you build something fabulous, and then you move on, and you do more, and you do more, and you just endlessly play this amazing game that's just mesmerizing, and it's just unlike any other puzzle game. It's the end-all be-all of puzzle games, honestly. It's so good. Tetris is just, it came out for every system, you know, since then, but the Nintendo one is still something special. It's still the one that's used in the championships. It's the GOAT. The NES Tetris is the GOAT. Even my dad got in on that shit when we were kids. I still love Tetris. I might like the DS one a little more, but I do play the Nintendo one more frequently.
Oh god! What am I gonna do? I messed up all the Tetris pieces.
What is your favorite Tetris piece? Let me know in the comments. My favorite is the one that looks like this. My number 2 game that I ever owned is, it might surprise you, but it's Street Fighter 2010. This is a game that I picked up for a bargain. It was like $20 or something like that when I got it, because I think the game was released a little later in the Nintendo's life. Plus, you know, the Super Nintendo was coming out, so games would come out and then get marked down pretty quick. So I picked up Street Fighter 2010, thinking that it was going to be similar to Street Fighter. I got that shit home, and it was like not like Street Fighter, but it was still like super intriguing. Like, what am I playing? What is this game? The music is awesome, the graphics are incredible, like, I have to keep playing this game to learn more. The first level itself is super challenging, like, it's like a weed out level. You know, a lot of people would play it and laugh at it or something, but I was just like hooked. I wanted to understand Street Fighter 2010, like, this game is so weird and crazy. And it was wonderful to explore and rewarding to get better at. It's one of the best Capcom games from Nintendo. It's one of the best Capcom games of all time, in my opinion. I just love Street Fighter 2010. It's, once again, it's a game that's built around physics and momentum, and it's super challenging. I never beat it as a kid. I made it to the last level and I couldn't. And then recently, like just a month or so ago, I played through it and I surprised myself by beating the game. And I lost my shit. Like, I couldn't believe I did it. It was so rewarding to beat it, and I want to play more. I just love Street Fighter 2010. I want to go back to it. There's so much variety to the levels. It's just super creative. It's that cool, like, sci-fi, cyberpunk shit, Blade Runner style. Really gritty. Aliens and gross out shit and robots. Very cool, very awesome. Street Fighter 2010 is underrated for sure. And my number one, this is number one, and this is a hell of a number one. My number one game that I ever owned was so worth the high price. It was so worth the $49.99 I paid for it at Toys R Us. I pulled that little card out. I think I got it close to the release date. But I took that little piece of paper to the Toys R Us person, and I'm like, please, please, give me my copy of Super C. And they did. And I got it home, and I turned it on, and it was just as good as I wanted. It was just the exact sequel that I thought it was going to be. It wasn't disappointing in any way. It was what you wanted from a sequel. It was what you wanted from a new game that you bought. It gave you, like, everything. It was just like, I want you too, you want me and I want you too, here. Let's work together and be wonderful together. And we were. And we are. We still are. Super C still works so well with me. I love Super C. For the longest time, it was my favorite Contra. I loved it more than the original Contra. For most of my life, I did. And more recently, I do kind of go back on it a little bit, where I do think that maybe Contra 1 is a little better because Contra 1 has more platforms. Every level kind of has paths you can choose. You know, you can take the low ground, you can take the high ground. Super C is just more straight ahead levels, you know, running through. And I think I used to favor that approach when I was a kiddo. I liked the straight ahead run and gun style more than the jumping around like a fool kind of thing. But I don't know, Contra 1, it's really tough between the two. But Super C is just absolutely awesome. I like the atmosphere more in Super C, I like the colors more. I like the top view levels more than the behind the back view levels more. Super C is just, the flame gun in Super C is way better than the shitty flame gun from Contra 1. I think I'm talking myself into liking Super C more at this very moment. And it's just fun to get better at it and to see more of the game each time. Like, you make it to that laser at the end of stage 4 or 5 or whatever that's dropping laser drops on you. And you die there, but then the next time you make it back there and you realize how to beat the lasers. Or you make it to that spider robot boss and you're not sure how to beat it because it's following you. But then you go back to it and you kind of learn the secret to beating it. And it's just, once again, just so rewarding to get better at. And pretty soon you've mastered it. You can just breeze through the game. I remember I had to start off using the right, left, down, up, A, B start code. And then nowadays I can play it and I don't need that stupid code. But Super C is super. To this day it's super. It's phenomenal control, the bosses are huge and gross and scary. It's just one of the best Nintendo games, and I owned it. I got to own Super C. Easily the best game I owned. What about you? Did you own games as a kid, or did you rent them all the time? And if you did own them, let me know what your favorite one was and what your most disappointing one was. Thanks for watching!